all, we're coming into a very interesting period now, and I'm seeing it. Remember, I try to analyze the thoughts. I try to like get into the stream. This has always been my. I'm not a detail person. I'm not a person who's able to analyze things in a clear, logical way. But I'm a very intuitive person, and I'm able to. I feel like I'm able to interpret the way collective consciousness is moving. And that's becoming more and more critical. And I don't know why there aren't other podcasters with this focus, but that's okay. There are a lot of questions I have about the spread of the information and that sort of thing. Nevertheless, it can't be said that the digital soldiers are not out there. It can't be said that we have not had a tremendous effect on collective consciousness. And part of that effect, in my opinion, is moving away from this three-dimensional reality of people, places, and things. What happened? When is it happening? Why did it happen? Why is it not happening? The emphasis on happening totally misses, in my opinion, what is really happening. Look, Stormy behind you, right? It's going to be, yeah. So you are going to be privy, in my opinion, to both a really dramatic, exciting Western storm behind me, as well as an analysis of the stormy information that is pouring out of all sources. It's kind of like you know, I think back. I think back when I was maybe 5 or 6 years old. We used to have a carpool to day camp. I went to this nice day camp, and it was a pleasurable. I enjoyed it to some extent. Some of it, part of it. I enjoyed the friendships that I made. But on the way to to the camp, we picked everyone up. Invariably, they would ask me, Ellie, what's the weather today? What's going to happen today? It just, so this has been my kind of the the way I've been dealing with reality throughout my life. I think things that happen to you as children are more direct, and you can really tell about where you're going and where you've been and what meaning, what your life's meaning is about. But they would always ask me what the weather was, and I would always say things like, it's going to rain cats and dogs, meatballs are coming down. I think there was a song even recently about it. But spaghetti and meat sauce, this kind of thing. This idea, this attribute that I have has not gone away. So now I'm looking at the weather both behind me and in the information sources and in the, I mean, dare I say it, in the spiritual world, in a sort of spiritual sense, where we are heading as a collective, what is going on, but not in a third dimensional sense. Not in like, well, President Trump next week is going to do the Clarity Act and everything's going to be okay. I'm not seeing that. I mean, that may be part of this movie, but I'm not feeling that the President Trump character is necessarily anything more than an actor. Not to diminish his importance as the importance of his role in in the transformation of the planet. We're talking about a planetary transformation, a change in collective consciousness, a the Great Awakening. Another way of, and that's the song I happen to be working on right now. So when you look at the weather, when you like if you're like me, and I'm sure most of you are constantly analyzing your relationship to, or at least I am constantly analyzing, or not analyzing, I'm constantly checking in with the force. I call it the divine. I had a person on my channel said, no, that's God. I mean, I don't like to call it God because I think God has a bad name, actually. So you will be watching this storm behind us. And by the way, we are in desperate, I mean, we need rain up here. It's not like we fear a storm. We welcome a storm. We welcome rain is a simon bracha. It's a sign of blessing. So we would love to have some rain. It's been very hot. A dear friend of ours just lost a bunch of their poultry from the heat. It's a pretty severe time, both physically and cosmically, in a sense. The posts that I'm seeing are over the top, are really over the top, and I as much as I would like to, hey babe, kind of expound on the our connection to the cosmos, our connection to the collective, our movement forward. I'm going to let some of these articles speak for the ideas that I'm trying to present tonight. And again, welcome back to our channel. We're happy to see you. What have we been doing lately? We had a what? Rainbow? Yeah, nice. We're seeing she's Daniela's seeing a rainbow. What's happening up here in terms of our adventure? And again, we are looking for people to come join us here, but it's not an easy life. We don't get the kind of heat that Phoenix or Tucson or Vegas get, but it does get hot up here, and it can be very. We don't have like modern amenities. We don't have air conditioning. What?
Which it is more better than Swampville.
What is
Air conditioning.
air conditioning? Right. Okay. So we don't have air conditioning. We live very close to nature. Let me put it like that. So what I was saying before is, if you're like me, you're constantly checking in with yourself to think what's going on at this moment. How do I feel? How am I taking it? Am I letting the situation get out of hand?
The Lord said if you can choose to leave it link and choose to go to someone
Yeah,
else.
I can't do it right now. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't do. I'm just I'm working on presenting some information here. I appreciate the wanting me to share him. I will do my best. Trump was on fire last night in the correspondence dinner. Yeah, did we see that?
No.
We didn't see
But
that.
they're saying that JFK was Trump.
JFK is Trump. Yeah, I mean we don't know who's playing the Trump character. That's and
No,
it.
I mean the the media was saying.
Oh, the media was saying that JFK is Trump. Um, the media is, they're active terrorist. They're a traitorous cell. Everything affects us. Everything is a message, a direct message to you from the divine. But we personally up here, we sent James out. You got to rewatch his speech. You won't be disappointed. Yeah, I probably will after this. But personally, what happened was that James needed to get his base in California, so he left for a couple days. It took him 3 days. It took him a day longer than he thought, and a lot of the plants really suffered up here because we weren't able to deal with the extreme heat that we that we had to deal with. Okay, so with that said, let's go to the information stream. Okay, here we go. Let's enlarge this a bit. You know what? Let me go back and go here. Okay, and then we can do like this. All right, so I'm going to be sharing some of the information that I feel is important in figuring out what the weather really is, and besides the wonderful storm that we're going to be treated to behind us. Okay, so here's a post that I find this Daniela knows a lot. I think this is a direct White House kind of White Hat communication source. And by the way, I'm finding out recently that a lot of people don't know who the White Hats are, what the White Hats are. Are you finding that also? It seems like when we're out in the world, I meet a lot of very intelligent, knowledgeable people who are very interested in the things that we want to share. And I say, "Do you know what the White Hats are?" And they're like, "No." "Do you know what Jasara is?" "No." "Do you know what they haven't heard the big terms, but they know something is going down. They know something isn't right. So it's not like people are stupid. It's just they haven't had they're not acquainted with the information and the vocabulary that we use on a regular basis. So the idea of white hats refers to the good guys in this war against evil. And we're coming to a pivotal point, in my opinion, in the war against evil, in that evil be is about to get its due. Now, how do you weigh this into a third dimensional reality? People have already been arrested, in my opinion. They've already been executed, or they've already come forward to help with the progress of this thing. President Trump says central casting all the time, meaning this is a play they're putting on to wake up humanity to the fact that our world is a make believe matrix that has no connection to the divine republic, which is where we are heading. So Daniela knows a lot. I like her post very much. The only thing I do not agree with, and I don't 100% agree with the idea of the EBS is going to set everything straight. I don't see that. I don't see it. She may have some information that I don't have. Everyone's been screaming about the EBS, the emergency broadcasting. We're going to have these 3 8-hour movies. We're going to be locked in our house. I do not personally see that. I don't think that's the way this narrative is going to unfold because it's too shocking and it's not going to make a difference to the normies. The normies are going to watch these movies and go, "Yeah, hey man, I got to get to work." It's like I don't have time for this. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I would love to be privy. I would love to enjoy the EBS at home, and sit at home and watch the world correct itself. That would be a beautiful ending to this movie. I don't think that's the way it's going down. But aside from that, she says the grid is silent, nodes are realigning, Starlink channels redirected through Cheyenne Mountain. The protocol is live. When the world goes dark, when the world goes dark, redirected through Cheyenne Mountain, the protocol is live. When the world goes dark, remember, frequency is greater than fear. Light is greater than lies. Humanity is greater than control. The quantum system is purging the old code currencies and being rewritten in gold. The ledgers of debt are returning to dust. The final reset is not coming, it has begun. This is the key phrase in my mind to this post. The final reset is not coming. The final reset is not coming. it has begun. This is the key. This is the key to my feeling about where we are holding at this point in time. It's already begun. If you're waiting for something to happen, you may be that may be your frequency. That may be your desire is to wait for something to happen and feel it satisfied every time you get a glimpse of something is about to happen. You get all juiced up. That may be a permanent condition for you. For me, I feel like the reset is not coming; it has begun, and for I just I mean, how can we not see it? So okay, so the reset has begun. This is an interesting thing about the 1871 theft of our lives through they committed additional treason. I don't want to get into that. What I do want to get into is this post here, which I think is very beautiful and very important. Your intuition. Remember, I'm a person. I live in intuition. I don't have like a logical. I mean, I do, but I basically feel comfortable living in an intuitive state where I accept whatever comes as messages from the divine. Somebody comes and tells me somebody I meet somebody, something happens with between me and Daniela and I treat this as everything is a lesson or a blessing. It's a direct message. All the information, all the way I'm feeling, if I'm feeling off, it's I think to myself, well, why do I feel this way? I'm constantly analyzing in that sense where my feeling of existence is at any particular moment. So your intuition is a direct line to source. You don't need a roadmap. You don't need a GPS. You don't need the little lady on the Google chat to tell you make a left turn, do this, do that. I was talking to a friend today about how I use Kabbalah to connect. I don't. I don't. I'm just connecting. I don't use anything. I don't need to. I mean, I'm a seeker. I've searched for my whole life, and I'm at a point now where it's just like I don't desire to contact God because I feel like it's already happened. I'm already there. Anyway, your intuition is a direct line to source. It speaks in subtle feelings, right? Sudden knowing and quiet certainty. Trust it over extreme noise. This is so beautiful. This is so essential. This is so full of etzem, of essence. Trust it. Trust your intuition over external noise. This is gorgeous writing. The more you honor those inner whispers, the stronger and clearer they become. This is this I there's no way I could say it better. I mean, not that I consider myself such a profound thinker, but let's read it again. Your intuition, your feelings, your thoughts, your memories, the things that flash in your mind, your intuition. Gurdjieff, the philosopher Gurdjieff, says that your intellect is like a factor of like 1,000 times slower than your intuitive knowing that kind of comes through your gut, kind of through your belly button, kind of through your feeling of it operates so much faster than intellectual thought. It's not even in the same ball game. So let me just read this again because if I mean, if you just listen to these one, two, three, these 5 lines, if you really understand these 5 lines, you don't need anything else. You're already you're well on your way to ascension. You're already there. The in the last post, right? The last post. Let's link these things together. The final reset is not coming. We're not waiting for something to happen. It has begun. It has begun. And then come to this post. The more you honor these inner whispers, the stronger and clearer they become. That's why I always close out with use the force. Connect to source. You are source. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to ask God who's outside of you, like this being thousands of miles away. I often think every time I say that, I think of my friend Ezra Mohawk, who would just go into a tirade of anger every time she heard the song from a distance, do 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 from a distance, because she says that's just total bullshit. There's no distance. There's no separation whatsoever between you and divinity. You don't have to, I don't go. I'm not going to go into that because that's not the thrust of this. But the more you honor these inner whispers, the stronger and clearer they become. All right, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Okay, so let's go to some other posts that I think are really wonderful. This is what? What's the matter? You're okay?
I didn't say anything.
Okay. It's my girl, man. She and I are like, oh yeah, something's up. Okay, so something's going on at the ranch. All right, so this picture represents Tartaria. Okay, this represents the civilization. We were told that we live in the most modern, progressive world ever invented, but not long ago, and we're talking about maybe the early 1800s, late 1700s. This was the world we lived in. Okay, so people who don't understand that need to spend some time with that idea. Now I want to go to this is a very when we say the reset has begun. I want to use that this is a more earthly, less spiritual, more connected. Everything okay?
Yeah, he's just telling us that the rain's coming. Another storm's coming this one.
The rain is coming, so I may have to cut this broadcast
No,
short.
I mean another storm, but you don't have to worry.
I don't. Another storm is coming.
Yeah. But
Okay.
not until you're done.
Brian Best, spiritual being. It's spiritualbeingcoffee.com. Excellent organic coffee. He makes it himself. He's always coming up with really cool combinations.
Oh, yeah, that one's a Guatemalan.
This is a Guatemalan coffee, which is absolutely delicious. It's organic and it's fabulous. Brian is my man. He's my brother from another mother, like James is. Okay, anyway, I'm going to now read this. This may seem out of character for what I'm presenting. This is kind of grounding. This is taking the ideas that I just presented into a more physical reality. Okay, so let's we are on the verge of the golden age. I can sense it in Trump's I did hear a bit of it, and he was quite happy and quite jovial about it. So you gotta rewatch this. But yeah, I'll definitely watch it. Okay, so here's a post that I think fills in the details of this scene that I'm setting. The deep state firings have commenced. I didn't say that. Here is a direct quote from the new director of national intelligence. Oh, I didn't say that. That's what this is coming from Daniel, Guardian Daniel. He says the deep state firings have commenced. He's not saying it himself. He's saying that I didn't say that. This is a direct quote from the new director of national intelligence, Bill Pulte, as of yesterday. Let me tell you what's really going on right now. Trump has fired the NSA director. I have to go back and redo this. Let's see. Okay, let's go here. Could you get me a tissue, bandana? Okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay, let me go to this. Right, let me go to here, and then I'm going to go back here. Okay, we got this. Okay, go here and here. The deep state firings have commenced. I didn't say that. It's not coming from Daniel R., but he said, I didn't say it's a direct quote from the new director of national intelligence, Bill Pulte, as of yesterday. Let me tell you what's really going on right now. Trump has fired the NSA director, General Timothy Yu, gone. His deputy, Wendy Noble, gone. National Counterterrorism Center, gutted. 18 agencies, hundreds of intelligence officers fired. These are the treasonous ones who've been running our lives and our government and feeding off the agony of little children. Okay, so the intelligence community in the United States employs 120,000 people. The purge has begun. But here's what they're not telling you on the news. It's not a cut in the budget. On June 19th, when Pulte arrived at the ODNI headquarters, he was given a classified briefing marked Tier Q. Is that Q or O? I think it's Tier O, access only. It could be Q. The building that was made him, that building was what made him call the White House the same night at 11:47 p.m. I was told what was in those files, excuse me. Operation Looking Glass, a domestic surveillance program that monitored 47 million American patriots using their social media activity, church attendances, and gun purchases, active since 2014. Congress never authorized, run by three senior officials who report to no one. Continuation of crossfire. The FBI probe into Trump did not end in 2017. It was passed down to a subunit inside ODNI and ran continuously throughout his entire first term, his trial, and his 2024 campaign. 23 agents, 89 million in secret money. They intercepted communications between Trump and 14 world leaders, and they leaked them to the Washington Post. January 6 infiltration files. Pulte learned there were 12 federal agents embedded in the crowd that day, not watching direction. 3 are still functioning. The handler is named in the file. Pulte is less tied down, Trump told the Wall Street Journal. You don't say the word by accident. He's loose. Just in, the Supreme Court just ruled 6-3 that federal judges can no longer issue nationwide injunctions against him. The last legal safeguard is gone. They won't be able to stop the firings. They can't conceal the files. They can't guard the names. Gabbard declassified the biolabs. Pulte is downgrading the surveillance. The next DNI, Jay Clayton, I don't trust him either, will declassify everything else. Phase 1, reveal. Phase 2, purification. We're here. Phase 3, prosecution. Every patriot was spied on. They fed every journalist a pack of lies. Any agent who was undercover at a rally, all the money they had ripped off the black budget, it's all coming out. Crossfire continuation, 23 Looking Glass, 47 million. J6 handler identified. The house of cards is falling down one floor at a time. Okay, so that is happening. This is another beautiful thing from Daniela Knows a Lot. I noticed she just subscribed to my channel, and I appreciate that. Let me get back so I can expand that piece of information because it's quite beautiful. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, show more. We'll go back here. That's why I think this feels to me like a white hat information source. The wind resistance. Why true patriots never panic. Why true patriots never panic. They prepare. Okay, this is huge. This is I've seen a lot of posts lately. Or I saw a post lately that said, "I don't know what to do. There's so much black pilling. There's so much this, so much that." It's like you know exactly what to do, and I've been saying this on the channel for years. What you do is you move forward. You show grit and tenacity, and you just keep going. Like us up here today, everyone was just like, "Ellie, this is too much up here. It's too much heat. We need this. We need that." I'm like, "Listen, man, let's just get through it. With the things change, we're trying to make it physically better for us up here, but you prepare." When I go to town, I buy an extra piece of meat to put in the freezer. Not that I think everything is going to go down. I don't see that happening. But I want to be prepared I want to win the struggle against all odds. We're doing the impossible up here, and I want to be ready. We don't sit here and go, I don't know what to do. We can't do this anymore. It's like, yeah, we had some losses. We lost some plants in the heat. Things went bad. We lost a chicken the other day. A carnivore got into one of our chicken coops and ate our rooster, our only rooster. But we just keep going. Anyway, the storm is increasing. So that's the noise from the storm. Why true patriots never panic, they prepare. I'm not sitting here hoping and wishing. I'm certain about my choices, certain about my future. The only thing standing between me and my goals is wind resistance. You see it here. The only thing standing between me and my goals is wind resistance, that force trying to push back against forward momentum. The same applies to this country. POTUS is handling things the clean, proper way. The direct path is very much alive. But make no mistake, the American forces and true patriots are fully prepared to handle it the dirty way, if that's what victory demands. All precautions can be set aside when the survival of the republic is on the line. That's what we're talking about here. We are not the only ones ready to bulldoze everything all the remaining obstacles to restore this republic, regardless of the fallout. Those emergency broadcast systems, EBS messages you're seeing aren't just background noise or political commentary. What is that? One of the boards, right? There's serious signals. This is why you must prepare now. Now, again, I don't agree with the EBS. What I'm hearing or what I heard in a post is that the EBS will not be a single EBS for the whole world. It will happen in spots. It will happen here. It will happen there. As the white hats clean up that particular sector, it's not there's no military that can handle everything worldwide at one time. There's just not enough people. So the EBS may come in a kind of a localized way. Okay, this is why you must prepare now. Preparation is not panic. Okay, preparation is not panic. It's wisdom. Don't wait until the last minute to handle your priorities. Food, water, security, finances, and protection for you and your family and property. Have a solid backup plan that carries you through any scenario. The decision has already been made. This country will be protected at whatever cost it takes. Stay ready, stay calm, stay certain. The wind will blow, but we will not break. Just something to keep in mind. Wind resistance. Just keep your grit, keep your goals, keep your focus. Do not, it's not about panic, it's about preparation. It's just a beautiful way to look at this situation. So I'm probably, the storm is coming, and I have things to do here, but I think that was the main thrust of what I wanted to present this evening. Tomorrow I'll be back with it's Victor with my friend, my young friend, and we will go through some other things, hopefully. But we're here 6 days a week. Please join us. Please, if you like what you see, and if you want to stay, if you're interested in good health, please join us in with the LifeWave patches and the X2O machine, which is amazing. It has had life changing effects on me personally. I'm 71. I'm building. You can see the house I'm building in the middle of the desert. We work here most days, but I don't have health issues, thank God. But I do wear these patches. X39 is my go-to patch that resets, it stimulates stem cell production without putting anything in your body. The X2O machine gives you 6 wavelengths of light inside the water molecule, and it is life changing. All these patches are amazing. Reach out to Dr. Stacy, text her, send her a Gmail, and tell her you want to talk to her for a minute and see what is the best way forward for you. She knows a lot. She's been she's been helping people learn about the Lifeway patches for many years, or several years, 7 years. I've been with her for 3 years. She's an amazing human being, and you have an opportunity that you should not bypass. You should not forget about it. You have an opportunity to talk to her personally. This is an amazing opportunity. She will tell you what you need. She will give you the information. She's gone through all the studies. She knows the clinical evidence. She knows, like the Eon patch is called the Happy Patch because it deals with inflammation, but it also deals with interior inflammation. So please reach out to Dr. Stacey. It's an amazing opportunity, okay, and I highly recommend it. I also want to just share briefly. It is so important that we all, everybody, and your friends and your family, whoever has a mind to think about it, join the Republic. That's what this is all about. We are not going back to the corporate government, the corporate big pharma, the corporate medical situation, the corporate legal situation, the corporate media, the corporations that feed us poison. We are not going back. We are going forward into the republic. The republic has already been re-inhabited. So it's not like waiting. The only thing that's left is for enough people to join. So it is said that when 30,000 people have joined per state, which is not a lot of people, and all the offices are filled, then the white hat military will come forward and institute Jassara elections. So if you're sitting there saying, "What can I do? I know it's so hopeless. It's so no," this is what you should do: is join the Republic. Danielle says if you press the little bars in the upper right hand corner when you get onto this website, they will ask you to volunteer, to sign up. If your county that you live in has not been settled, make sure you take the initiative and figure out how to settle the county. Because if you're waiting for the Great Awakening in official terms, and Jassara for sure, this is what it's going to take. Because we have to be the ones that take control of the situation while the white hat military conducts the Jassara and Nassara election, which take 120 days. So please join the Republic. If you're interested in humanitarian projects, reach out to this website. You could put in Ellie's Warriors in the subject heading. That will that will alert them to let them know that you're part of our community, and they will help you. I just handed in a proposal for developing a community up here. I want to develop a community. I want to have people up here that have been, I'm meeting them in town. People who are left behind, who are in between jobs, who want to come up here and learn how to live like a human being and help us build this ranch, this farm. Help us in all ways. So we're looking for people to join us. If you're interested, reach out to Daniela. That's probably the best way. Um, let's see if I can get her. Daniela's. Uh, Daniela's. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can reach out to her on Instagram. You can reach out to her directly, and just tell her you want to join the community. You understand what it's about. We're struggling up here, but we're living the life. We're building a farm. We're building an organic farm with delicious food. We all eat together. We're looking, by the way, for a cook to help us coordinate all the cooking affairs. We could use support. I mean, we're struggling, but we're making it. So if you feel like supporting the community, let's see where you can you can reach out. You can send money to Q Drummer Woman 17 or PayPal Danielle Chernesky. You could send money if you want to. We would appreciate it. We're right now we're about to buy a wood stove for the community, which costs $250, but it will require me and Daniela to drive up to Utah to pick it up. We're at, or we and what? And we want to get a new fridge so that we were operating from a tiny little fridge, and we're trying to get what's it there? Oh, a sink, so that we can move the RV out of the house and really start living like a community. So if you're interested in the struggle and you want to help us, and you have a pure heart, and we're also going to be doing more musical things up here. So if you're a musician, you may want to come and check us up. James just got his bass. We're going to get him an amp, and we'll start to rock and roll up here as well. But this is a place, if you want to help establish a future community, we're in a place where expansion could be unlimited. There's space north, south, east, west. There's places all over the place. You could buy your own place here. You can come live on our place while you're helping us develop. You could develop your own living quarters on here. I won't charge you anything for coming up here. You could work with us if you have money. You could put a well in a different part of the property. I have 170 acres, so if you come up here with a camper and you want to camp out for a while and establish something. Yeah.
And you have to say about no vaccinated people.
Yeah, we don't want vaccinated people. We don't want vaccinated people up here. If you've been vaccinated, God bless you. You can get these patches; they'll help you cure. But we're basically trying to start a community of unvaccinated people. So that's coming from Danielle. That's very important to her. She's the organic person here. Everything has to be organic. We grow our own
I'm
food,
very sensitive, so.
and Danielle is very sensitive, so she only wants unvaccinated people up here. Okay, all right. So that said, yeah. So if you want to contribute, if you want to send me an email on Kabbalah Guru, KABBALAHGURU @gmail.com. I just met a mother in Tractor Supply, and she said her son his lease is up at the end of August, and he likes to build, and he doesn't know what to he doesn't want he wants to live away from society, but he doesn't want to be alone. So if you're one of those people, man, I met a beautiful guy in Kingman, and the police just confiscated his guitar. I'm like, he's got no place to go, but he's a beautiful man, and he wants to help. So anyway, okay. So that said, let's go to a tune. Let's play a tune together, and yeah, let me get this stuff. Okay, so let's go back to the chat. Amazing time to be alive. This will be a test we all learned during the past 8 to 12 years. Yes, Les Linda. Oh my God, it's going to be 106 degrees tomorrow here in Colorado. Yeah, it's hard here. So happy you didn't get the jab. Yeah. So if you didn't get the jab and you want to come help us build a community up here, there's an unlimited amount of space. There's unlimited possibilities, but we don't want people who've been jabbed. Okay. All right. With that said, let's do a tune together. Okay, let's do this tonight. Let's just leave. Yeah.
Living in the city, I was paying down my bills. One flat tire, and the whole thing went to hell. Credit cards for groceries, I'm deep in debt again. It's time to split this scene, walk with you, my friend. Leaving the matrix, heading for the promised land. They stole our money, but they couldn't stop the plan. Let's go together, playing with the band. Leaving the matrix, we're heading for the promised land. Stopped paying taxes, your insurance I don't need. The medicines are killing us, hospitals grow like weeds. Moved into paradise, I don't need no gassy cars. Fake news, endless wars, a satanic legal bar. Leaving the matrix, heading for the promised land. They stole our money, but they couldn't stop the plan. Let's go together, playing with the band. Leaving the matrix, heading for the promised land. My friends all tell me I lost control. Left my wife and job just to run down rabbit holes. But I can tell you one thing about my fall. Where we go one, we go all. Leaving the matrix, heading for the promised land. They stole our money, but they couldn't stop the plan. Let's go together, playing with the band. Leaving the matrix, heading for the promised land. Leaving the matrix, we're heading for the promised land.
Okay, so yeah, in terms of is everyone compromised? Yes, we had a person from Arizona who she looked at her blood. She got this X39 patch and her blood cleared up tremendously. So you're right. We all are compromised, but are you doing something about it? Are nattokinase? Are you do you have X39, glutathione patch and Eon? Are you working with Are you doing the things? Are you eating organic food? Are you living a healthy life? Are you healthy? Are you interested in health? So if you're not interested in health, you wouldn't fit it. You wouldn't like it here. It's too hard. It's a hard environment. It's rough up here. But if you're into like the challenge of living, of creating a community out of nothing, out of grit, out of pure grit. And sometimes you may not be able to sleep so well. I mean, it's just there's no air conditioning. It's just, but it does get cooler at night in the desert. I find. I mean, I don't mind the heat at night, but other people do. How many people have you stole from today? I love these guys, man. I love you trolls, man. You guys are so predictable. Beautiful, yeah. So, but yeah. Well, thanks, Nicole. And yeah, so you're right. We all have been compromised. But are you actively doing something? Are you staying away from produce food? Are you eating organic? Are you growing your own? Are you, what steps are you taking? We're working on cleaning up our act, and we want to help people, but I had a beautiful person come up here, but he was still eating. He wanted to bring canned food with him and eat garbage. It's just like, I'm sorry, but we can't. It's we eat together.
He's probably still gonna come up anyways.
He may come up anyway. Okay, but the point is that we fast during the morning. We don't eat till about 12 o'clock. We usually eat a light lunch of fruit and some kind of yogurt or something like that. And then around after the broadcast, we eat a larger meal with sometimes we have some kind of starch, but like potatoes, but usually meat and vegetables that we mostly grow. So if you're interested, let us know, and you can come. You can check it out, and then go home and decide whether you want to come here more full time. But it's a work in progress, and you have to be committed to living without all the comforts that you're used to. But the comfort that you will have is freedom. So the storm seems to be increasing a bit. So I'm gonna call it a night. May you use the force. You are the force. Use the force. You got this. That's what all these posts were saying. It's like it's happening. It's a done deal. But we don't panic. We prepare. Okay, so you want to be in the right place. I'm not saying the world is going to go to hell in a handbasket. I'm saying that we have to be emotionally ready to deal with our emotions, our relationships with people, our world. We are building a new world. We're coming to the Great Awakening, and it's my opinion that we need to work together up here. I'm trying to do this. This is an experiment for me. I don't have a graduate degree in community building, but that's probably a good thing. So, if you're into the challenge, into the struggle, man, you may want to join us. It's kind of fun. But anyway, use the force. Be yourself. Listen to your intuitive. Be guided by the intuitive, not by the fear space, not by the irrational, but by the demon of doubt. You're not even here anymore, man. The demon of doubt has totally left me. I mean, since I left New York, man, he's not even here anymore. So yeah, yeah. He says he could come back if I wanted to. I don't want to. I don't want the demon of doubt. I want to prepare for the new world, not fear based, not because I think the world is going to hell in a handbasket, but because I want the world that I want. I want to be able to walk outside my house and whatever, look at look at a rock and try to decide if it has minerals in it. Or I want to live like a Boy Scout, kind of like, not like a Boy Scout, but I like to camp. So this is a big camp, that we're building a house. Yeah, but it's not going to be a house like a Matrix house. It's going to be like a cool house with lots of windows and the smell of wood, and maybe the smell eventually of masonry. I'm going to hoping to build rock walls and use hemp, all that stuff. So anyway, use the force. You are the force. Use source. You are source. You don't need any great savior, in my opinion. You don't need to be saved. You can do the job yourself, and it just means living by your intuition. That is in my mind, that's enlightenment. That takes away the, oh my gosh, I want to become enlightened. As long as you're feeling that, you're struggling against yourself. There came a time, I don't remember how it happened for me, but I've been struggling all my life to attain enlightenment. At some point, I just stopped. I said, I don't care anymore. It's just not, it's not that interesting to me. And I think that is part of coming awake. You just get to a point where the question and the struggle disappears, and you're just like, hey man, I'm with it. I'm okay. And so may the force be with you, may source be with you, and let's get out there with a big smile on our lips and face to help the others and rock the world.